Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mind Over Matter with Sanket. In this episode, we'll be talking about digital minimalism. So, what we mean by digital minimalism is trying to reduce the information input that you get from social media and also from YouTube for that matter. So generally we find ourselves diving into a loop of things because once we start using them, we cannot really get out of them. The hold that these sites have on us is very strong. But then in order to become an effective user of these platforms, it's very important that you set limits on yourself about your usage. So in this episode, we'll be talking about some small steps that you can take to get closer to digital minimalism and also help you reduce the information input that you take every day. So the first thing that you need to make sure is that you shouldn't really dive into your cell phone immediately after you wake up in the morning, because this is a time when you're very vulnerable. You're very likely to face morning anxiety if you start your day with a lot of information. You might have noticed how turning on your Wi-Fi immediately after waking up gives you so many notifications early in the morning, and you're not really prepared to look at everything, and your mind becomes disturbed right from the moment you wake up. So it's very important that you set a protected time for yourself where you do not disturb yourself with anything that's digital. So what I personally practice for this is that I try to keep some time, that is somewhere around 30 minutes to 1 hour, where I do not jump into social media. I make sure that I take care of myself. I make sure that I do my daily chores, and only then I go to social media. And even for people whose major working platform is digital, you might have to check your emails very frequently, but then notice how even emails can get you into a rabbit hole, meaning that you get into the email to read one particular email, but then you end up reading so many emails and you get very stressed out right from early in the morning. For instance, you can set a limit of 15 to 30 minutes for checking all the platforms, due to which your surfing of the internet becomes very much intentional. You make sure that you finish all the tasks and you do not really give time to unimportant tasks. Similarly, you can also separate times throughout the day, meaning that if you accomplish your works, you can reward yourself by giving yourself some time to use social media sites. So these are effective ways in which you can actually reschedule your social media time. You might still use your social media as much, but then the distribution of the usage throughout the day makes it very much effective. So especially for spiritual practitioners, people who want to attain a calm state of mind, it's very important that you limit the information input. Even with news recently, people who advocate for mental clarity and mental peace also say that even watching the news is not really necessary anymore, because you'll certainly get the important updates through word of mouth. You'll certainly hear about different things that are going on in the world from your near dear ones. So it's not really important for you to go through every news and try to analyze it, because you have so many things to do with your own life. You have so much of complexity within your own bodily framework that you cannot really afford to try to learn about everything that's going on in the world. Similarly, now it's the time where there's an overload of information. You can get a lot of information through every possible source, but then our mind is limited and the capacity of our mind is limited, no matter how much you want to deny that. So it's important that you only fill your mind with important information, and it's good if you can only let unsensational news enter your brain, meaning that the news sites are designed in such a way that they make you addicted to them. So it's the way these programs are designed, but then it's up to you whether you want to consume it mindlessly or become an efficient, effective consumer of information. In a similar manner, rather than just consuming information, you can divert this to become a creator. So you might have noticed that the most successful people in the world, they started creating something from an early age. It's important to consume information too, but along that, you also need to create something on your own behalf. If you can do this, you can actually make something out of the things you've consumed, rather than just being a mindless person who just takes in information from everywhere but does not really have originality in himself. So if you want to make sure that your meditation path is very smooth in this world full of distraction, you need to make sure that you create your own strict rules for digital minimalism. You can research more about this topic. There's a lot of discussion pertaining to this topic of digital minimalism and its relation with feeling calm and relaxed. So make sure that you have your limits. You can also mention down in the comment section about what you've done to reduce your screen time for every day. By the way, you can also use some apps that track your screen time every day, that make sure that you only use certain sites for a limited time throughout the day. So if you found this video helpful, do not forget to press the like button. Also, if you like whatever is happening here at Sound Health Solution, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll be coming up with similar contents in the near future, and we've almost reached 10,000 subscribers now, and we have a lot of surprises in store for you, so make sure that you stay in touch. Until next time.